with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. This your boy Bubba, and you already know what I'm about to say, right? You are listening to Bubba's Banter. Y'all, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am, anyways, your boy Bubba, and you are watching and also listening to Bubba's Banter. I hope you guys are living well, feeling well. I am doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. The weekend was crazy, and I had a crazy ass work week. Like, I can't really talk about work as much as I want to, just because I'm scared of what could happen. But y'all know how some of these passengers can be, and this work week was just crazy. And it's summer, so it's like I feel like people don't travel a lot like they used to. In the summer, we get people who haven't traveled in like 5 years, and don't know what is what. They don't pay attention to anything. They don't realize that they got to have a real ID, like all these things. So it could get really hectic, and I don't understand, like, travel is just so basic nowadays. Like, it's just something that you should know, because it really doesn't change as much as people think that it changes. But anyways, I don't want to talk about work. So tonight's show is going to be fun because I have my first guest. I did say this season I was going to have a bunch of guests on this season, because the previous seasons I didn't do a lot of people. Like, it was like my podcast was really kind of like a journal for myself, and just like for me to get my shit out there. And if you banter along with me, you bantered along with me. But I literally just was like, I want to get more people to come on and talk with me. And so that's my goal this season, is to have at least 10 guests this season. That's my, like, for the next few episodes, I'm probably going to try to have like at least 10 people. Tonight, before I get into all that, y'all know what to do, right? Make sure y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, because that's the way I get out there. And also give me a thumbs up, because it's free. Y'all know y'all like free shit, so y'all might as well just hit the like button, give it that to me. Share me, please. Also, follow me on my social medias, because, that's how I get out there too, which is Bubba's Banter Podcast, Bubba's Banter Podcast, The Real Doc Dre, and also Bubba's Banter on Facebook. I don't know why the fuck I fucked that up. I always do that. And I know y'all like to listen to the sexy ass voice, right? So if you're going to listen to me, I'm on multiple streaming platforms. You don't have to just watch me. You can also just listen to me while you're driving. I'm on Apple Podcast. I'm on iHeartRadio and Spotify. And if you are listening to me on Spotify, please make sure you do it, because this podcast is hosted by Spotify for creators, okay? So for all that, you can just click the link down in the description. You'll know exactly where I'm at, okay? But anyways, so tonight's topic, oh my God. Social media makes it seems like monogamy, because y'all know that's a deep word for some people. Social media is making monogamy seem like it's becoming rare, right? Because, open relationships, polyamory, all these relationship types are just like kind of coming out of nowhere. And in this episode, me and my guest, we're going to break down the different types of relationships and why people choose them. Is it the option? Is it the only option? And whether if open relationships are changing modern dating, or is the internet creating this illusion? So I'm going to bring my guest in, and we're going to banter. All right. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? How's everybody? I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to banter. If y'all don't know me, my name is Shawn Erik. I've had a few podcasts. I've hosted. I've done some red carpet reporting. I'm working on another podcast called All Jokes Aside, which should be coming soon. But I'm so excited to be on here for this, I think, very vital topic.
So me and Shawn, we've been talking a lot in the DMs about my podcast and other stuff, and I was just waiting to see his, and we've been, talking for a while about him coming on, and I was like, well, what would you want to talk about? And he was like, open relationships. Like, how do you feel? I was like, oh, like, this is a topic that I actually been wanting to talk about for a while. And
I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people touch on it either.
yeah, like, I feel like it's like
It's
untouchable.
taboo, kind
It's
of,
taboo, kind of.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. And I did go do like some research about like I've seen articles and have conversations with people, but I feel like
Mm,
for the gays, like, the topic is out there, it's just not out there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's more on TikTok and social media and those other places, like,
It has a huge presence, like you like kind of like you said in dating culture, and it is a big question of like, is it on the internet? Because we see it a lot on every
yeah,
single, I would say, dating app, whether it's Scruff or Grinder or Jack, you see it everywhere now.
yeah,
But I feel like in open discussions, it's just part of like dating culture now.
yeah. I feel like I hate using these people, but straight folks, I feel like once it becomes popular with them, then the conversation will be out there a lot more.
That's
Honestly.
really true. Oh, so I feel like for straight, I feel you're not lying there. I think though. So I feel like probably with famous people, it's more common than it is like maybe like our everyday straight people. So I
Yeah.
feel like, or they're just good about not making it. Like I feel like in gay culture, we've made it like not a staple, but it's just so many situations where
Uh,
we see it. So I feel like it's a perfect topic overall. Like it yeah.
I feel like, especially with, okay, like for instance, Jada Pinkett, and I'm not
Yeah.
jump off topic, but like with Jada,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like that
Yeah.
open relationship thing, it seems like people just started knowing what open relationships was because of that. And I was like, bitch, like, like they not the like trendsetters of that. Like maybe for
I
the
think
straight
just
stuff.
it became so explosive and then also with like August now like embracing his sexuality, I feel like it's put more of a spotlight on it.
Yeah.
But they aren't the first ones. I mean, there are other like
It's weird.
I
But
feel like so I could be wrong, but I feel like when it comes to straight people, open relationships are more like a private matter.
yeah.
And I think maybe that's why we don't hear about it as like for gays, they're like, oh, I'm in an open relationship. So I think maybe that's why we have more of it out in the open versus like any straight or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I can't agree. So I have an icebreaker question. Um,
Ooh.
when you hear the phrase open relationship, what is the first thing you think about?
I think right away, Shawn. No, okay,
Right
so
away.
no, I think at first, maybe a couple years ago, I was kind of like, because okay, I feel like I've evolved in the last year. I feel like I used to be Mr. Like very traditional. Like I feel like I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
hear anything else. I feel like in the last year I've evolved more because I've had newer situations where I've had feelings for people and then realized that the titles don't matter as much.
yeah,
So I feel like previously open relationships were very, I don't know, I feel like nah, it's not for me. But I've been more welcome because I've had friends who've been in the situation and hearing more about it, I've become more open. So I'm always someone who's gonna be like, like let me hear the pros and cons to a setup before I say like never me.
yeah.
So I have grown, but before I used to be like run for the hills because it's not for you.
I'm not gonna lie, I was too. Like, I think um open relationships scared me, but then like monogamy for me really scared me at some point. And
Mm.
I was like, I think I'll get into that later. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was something like open relationships for me scared me because I feel like it was just like, okay, I'm in an open relationship and or this person's in an open relationship. So this means um they could just if I'm with this person, it's like, oh, they could just do whatever they want. And it's not always that type of thing. Like,
I think that too. I think that kind of like what you said. I think it threatened the monogamy. In my eyes, that's why I always was like, nah. Like, I'm so like, I just want one person I'm obsessed with, one person that I like have sex with, and so I think the open relationship. I think it's like a prejudger before you understand that like you can make it what fits your situation. And I think I thought it was just one size type fit all open relationship model.
yeah. So I want to get right into the first segment is everyone really in an open relationship? Um, and does it feel more common or is it just an online like phenomenon? Because I will say that I do believe that they are common for, like we talked about, they are very common for the gays. Like you see it on every like dating app,
Yeah.
hookup app or whatever. Like it's like everyone's open. They're either open or poly, and that's another thing that's becoming a trend, which I'll touch on later. You know, just all like it's just that's what they are. It's either open or poly, and it's just like it's become this thing.
I feel like, is everyone no? Are a lot of people yes? That's what I would think. And I feel like it's popped up more in like maybe the last 2 years. I could be wrong, but I feel like I've noticed it more in the last 2 years. And so my perception is like a lot of people are in open relationships, but sometimes you do get on apps or you like even like on Instagram, you feel like it's everyone. And I think that touches on the internet aspect
Yeah,
because maybe it's not everyone because you got to think about it too. Like I feel like Grinder and Scruff and all the apps, a lot of people are not on them. So sometimes when you get on them, you feel like this is a representation of the community in my area, if that makes sense.
yeah. That actually does make sense because I do think it is like some like a regional thing, like
Yeah.
because one of the things I did notice when I went out to San Francisco for the first time for Folsom last year, and literally everybody was in an open relationship on there, and I was like, "Damn!" Like everybody.
You're like, did I miss the memo? Like,
Okay, and it wasn't like a judgment thing. It was just like a kind of a shocker because I mean, here people are in open relationships, but
right.
not every person on the app here is in an open relationship. But it seemed like when I was there, when I was looking on the grid and I was going from guy to guy to guy, it was like open relationship, and I was like, triad, this, that. I'm like, God damn, okay.
Yeah. Like in LA, I feel like it's the same thing. Um, and it's like from the Bears to like even just standard Grinder, you see it a lot more.
Yeah.
Um, and even situations I've been in, I've been like, how did I get like even when you don't subscribe to it, maybe you're still trying to understand it. There's been circumstances in dating where I'm like, how did I end up in a like be not even in an open, but I'm the extra person,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it.
Oh my God. Yes. Like that's the thing. Like I've found myself in situations with open people where it was like, are you really open or are you actually poly? Like,
Because sometimes too, and I don't know if you've encountered this, sometimes people will say they're in an open relationship and they're just cheating.
yes, 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 yes. I
So that's a whole nother layer. And that's not to say everyone, but I've been in those circumstances where I'm like, I find out later and I'm like, y'all weren't open. You were just cheating.
just in the whole time, like, bro.
Just using the title. And then that creates somewhat of a negative connotation with open relationships.
And then you got the man over here mad at me because he found the text and all these things. And I'm thinking, like, oh
It's
shit.
like, I
Oh,
thought shit was cool.
like I thought you was cool. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, like it's a very interesting world. But yeah, there was one time, oh my God, where like I like dated somebody who had just broken up with their person. And I think they were open because I guess it was just so crazy. We saw how crazy it was really quick. I know like so the person I kicked it with had just broke up with their like ex that they're with forever.
Mhm.
They hung out with me and told me that their ex is obsessed with me. And I'm like, so why am I here? And I guess they wanted to understand why their ex was so obsessed with me. So I'm like, so did you start liking me too? So I felt like I kid you not, it was the craziest thing ever. And I'm like,
The fuck?
it was twisted because like they lived next door to where I worked.
Yeah.
And so then when they split up, one moved near where I live, but the other one still lived by where I worked. So I'm like, this is way first of all, this is too much in the neighborhood. And then second of all, why are you bringing me? It felt like a twisted movie. I kid you not.
Obsessed, Beyonce, obsessed. It's giving that.
Part
Like,
two.
part two.
No, because I'm like, when he said it, I almost was like, why am I in your home like right now, knowing that like I was, I guess, some type of part of y'all relationship, and now I'm sitting here with you. Like it was just weird. And then like he still lives in the neighborhood, so now sometimes when I go to the store, I run into him, and I still feel like, oh my God, like what if he tries to kill me? Like
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna
People are
happen.
crazy. People are crazy.
So I feel like there's a lot of open relationship, and then sometimes there are situations where it's misused or people say they have one and they don't,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
So do want to ask, like, because I don't know how old you are, but I am like I'll be 38 this year, and I
I
realize.
turned 35 in 10
Eh,
days. Well, July 22nd. So,
okay.
yeah,
So I'm wondering, like, is it more of the younger generations that view commitment differently? Because I think for for my generation of folks, I feel like commitment, or at least the gays, commitment has kind of always been like a weird thing. And there's a different perspective on how we look at commitment, because I do believe if you're in an open relationship, you still can be committed to your partner.
definitely. Yeah.
Um,
I do think, I don't know, because I see it a lot with like older gays,
yeah,
but I feel like our newer people, younger people are also tied to it because it's all, I feel like with the younger generations, they're more about being free. Like, even when you think about like how they approach everything, work, relationships, like family, they're quick to cut people off, but they're very quick and embracing being free. So,
yeah,
like, I feel like that could have ushered it in, but I feel like I see it more with like people who are older than like us per se.
yeah,
Um, but I feel like when I talk to younger guys, I don't even feel like they don't really want a relationship, or they want to be more free, more, I would say, if we label it, maybe more poly or more open relationship, but
yeah,
they don't rush to commitment. Like, I feel like based on our generation and our ages, like that's why we may view it more in the standard monogamous like setup, because that's what we know best. But I feel like I see it all across the board, like all
yeah.
ages you can think of.
That's true. Okay, so I couldn't do this show without having a segment about talking about the different types of relationships. So I'm gonna do a little education piece. So,
Yes, educate
uh,
the people, please.
open relationships. What is it? I think open relationships are different for everybody. It's not a cookie cutter, like this is what an open relationship is. I've had open friends who are in open relationships where they don't care what their partner do. They don't, it's fine. I've had friends who their partner, they can only hook up one time a month, which is
I've had friends like that too, where they had an agreement, or you just did what you did and we don't talk about it, or there's like an approved list and I got to review it.
yep,
Like,
yep. So those are like that's what open relationships kind of are to me.
yeah.
The ethical non-monogamous. This is kind of new to me because, like, I feel like that's more of a straight person thing. Like, I see gay and queer folks use it, but I feel like more so like bisexual men and bisexual women use this term more. It's, to me, it's just poly. But I looked up what the ethical part meant, and it was like, I
So
guess
what's the key difference, I
yeah,
guess?
the word ethical is important because it separates these relationships from cheating. It means all partners know about and agree to the setup. It it shows a commitment to honesty, respect, and clear boundaries.
So for example, Nick Cannon. We gonna call that the Nick Cannon model. We not call that ethical. That is not
Right.
ethical. That is the Nick Cannon model.
Yeah, I think that's a weird. Yeah, I think it's weird as
Because
shit.
with him, they all know about each other. They're all cool with it. They
Yeah,
all got kids, but it gives sister wives, if we
it gives cult.
it
It's
does.
very culty to me. So,
It does give Cole, like it really does. It
um,
gives, yeah, like the little village, the little, I don't
yeah,
know. Like,
um, polyamory. So polyamory is multiple romantic relationships, and I think people will always wonder how does that differ from open relationships. Well, a lot of people know that I have a daddy bear, and I call mine poly single because
okay.
like he's just my daddy in a different perspective. Even though my therapist and my best friend is like, "That's your boyfriend, girl. Stop acting like it's not."
So let me make sure, because we're all understanding. So he's just daddy,
He's just daddy.
but he's
Like,
not your man or your boyfriend.
he's not my man or my boyfriend. I mean, it's weird because we do love each other and we care about each other and we have a connection.
Right.
But
But
My
like on the surface, you consider each other single.
Yeah, I'm single. He has two partners.
Got it. Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
so like it's weird because my therapist was like, well, I will consider him your boyfriend or your partner in a sense because you're not the primary partner, and that's fine. There's a whole
Right.
system that goes along with being poly. And he was like, he has his primary partners, and typically the primary partners are the people who he does life with. Those are the people he's spreading the bills with and
Right.
doing those things with. The secondary partner comes in is because you guys do have romantic feelings for each other. You guys love each other. You care about each other.
Like,
Uh,
what is your, I guess, your relationship with him? What is it? What does that look like?
I mean, we spend time together as much as we can. Like he lives in
Yeah.
Seattle, I live in Portland, and so
Okay.
sometimes it's kind of hard because like life gets in the way. But then we do get together and we hang out and we go have dinner together, and we it kind of does like a couple things. So kind of like,
Would, if
oh,
we like say we like water it down a little bit, would you just say like friends with benefits, but like
almost,
daddy?
almost, yeah,
Because that's how I would view it. But you know, like our therapists, because I have a therapist, our
yeah,
therapists are always gonna like put terms on it and box it up, right?
yeah,
But like
yeah.
I've had situations I brought up to my therapist where I'm like, well, it kind of feels like X, Y, and Z, but
Right.
like that's still what that's still
Yeah,
friend, right? Or like whatever the case may be. But it sounds like just a friends with benefit situation.
yeah, yeah. That's literally what it is. Like we're just really good friends, and
Yeah.
like he cares about me. I care about him. I love him. He loves me.
Right.
We show that, and I think it kind of does look bad because I kind of like put the kissy photos out there and shit, and I'm
I thought that was your man, Bubba.
everybody thinks that. I'm like, that's not my
I
boyfriend.
mean, you publicly, it's public, so I thought that was your man.
Public.
But also, social media, let's not, that
Yeah.
doesn't always mean you never said, like, this is my man.
Yeah, because I never be like,
But
oh, my man, my man, my man. But like anytime I post a photo of like, oh, I miss my daddy or whatever, it's like because
do
we
people
have
be like, oh, so you miss your man? Da, 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 da.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Like some of my coworkers when I go to Seattle, they'd be like, "Oh, so you going to see Daddy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, y'all so cute together." And I was like, "Okay, yeah,
You're
we."
like, that's just daddy. Like, that's
But
not,
it's not. But a part of me is like, does it bother me? And sometimes it bothers me because I want to have respect for his partners. Like I don't
right.
want his partners thinking like, and I know they don't think it, but it's still like a part of me that's like, I don't want them to ever feel like I'm trying to like come in and be like,
Do you all know about each
yeah,
other?
like
Okay, that's what I
it's
figured.
it's crazy too because I feel like I have a love for his partners too,
Yeah,
and I care about them as well, and like we all have like this shared friendship, you know.
right.
I know them, they know me, they know I know what pisses them off, they know what pisses me off. So it's kind of like
Oh,
it's kind of like
oh, I don't
we,
know if I, oh, God.
yeah.
So, like, what have you dated while having that situation?
Oh, and that's what's been hard lately.
Because that's gonna change. Oh my god, I've
Oh,
had
it's so
situations where like
do you know?
I've had because what tests the connection most. I've been watching Love Island, so sorry.
Yeah.
What tests the connection most is when you start dating someone or they start dating someone, because then the feelings or like you'll really know how you really feel about it as a whole.
Yeah. And I've had guys like approach me like, oh, like I've had a few dudes like, oh, it's kind of like not to be disrespectful, but you're kind of undateable because you have, and I'm like, no, the fuck, I'm not. Like,
No, you just have to find a person who's going to
yeah,
be okay with this. And there will be someone who
yeah,
will be more like, oh, no, I get it. Like, or they have their setup too, where they're like,
yeah,
I also have XY situation. So I think it doesn't make you undateable. Let me find the people. You
yeah.
send them my way. No,
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
no, it doesn't make you undateable. It's just a situation you either have to be okay with or you're not okay with it.
you're not okay with it. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not pressuring anybody to date me because of this. Like, I actually was in a situation with a guy where he was like, well, if we were to get serious and things would happen, like would you willing to not be like have your daddy or whatever? And I was like, I mean, he would be my friend, but I mean,
Would you be open to like making it just a standard friendship if
Yeah,
that okay. Well, that doesn't make, yeah, that sounds like you're willing to find the midpoint of like what
yeah.
makes the other person comfortable. So y'all better stop saying he's undateable. I'm gonna find y'all.
Exactly. Thank you. Because I was like, what the fuck? Like, even my daddy, like, me and him had conversations about this. And I was like, what if I found somebody and they wanted to be monogamous and I was down to be monogamous because this is like the love of my life? Like, would you feel some type of way? He was like, no, I would definitely like support that and want you to be with somebody. Like, I don't want,
Yeah.
no, like, this is not that important.
I
Like,
love that. So he's
yeah,
understanding too, which I think is like important because it could happen. I mean,
yeah,
summer's about to wrap up. We about to get into cuffing season,
true.
and it could happen.
But let me finish off these.
Yes, 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 yes. I got you all off topic.
It's good. It's good. Monogamish, which I was like, what the fuck is monogamish? I never heard of monogamish before.
Monogamish?
Yeah. So I guess they're most importantly monogamous with an occasional agreement upon expectations. This is why I say straight people just be making shit up. Like,
Wait, so what does that look like?
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why I don't like this.
Is that a hall pass?
Monogamous, like,
Is that a hall pass?
it's giving hall pass.
It sounds like, when did we reconfigure the term? That's a hall pass.
It's giving hall pass. Like, I'm like, that, why are y'all just making words up now? It's
That's
not.
a hall pass. We gonna give you the simple terms because that's a hall pass. Anyways,
And then swinging, which we all
we
know,
all know swinging. Yeah,
swinging, most people are just swingers. I hooked up with some, and when I was coming out, I definitely got down with some swingers, and it was a good time, but it was not for me. And I don't want to be judged.
I just know like it's just a bunch of people hooking up.
Yeah,
Or is it? Well, yeah.
there's a big lifestyle to it that I just was like, nah, that's not for me. Can't do
It
it.
sounds like a permanent. I could be wrong. A permanent orgy village. I'll just put everything in a village if you.
Yeah, it was just too.
Yeah.
I
Okay. Okay. We all learned stuff today. Yeah.
the don't ask, don't tell. That's just a most people.
What is that?
I mean, well, it's like I feel like don't ask, don't tell is like almost every relationship or,
Just
open.
kind of what you do in the background, I
Yeah,
guess.
like don't ask me who I'm hooking up with, but I'm hooking up with somebody. Like,
Oh, that would drive me crazy. Like if you gonna do it, that
and
would drive me. I'll be burning down houses through LA. Don't play with me.
but like I had a situation with a friend where he's in an open relationship and they don't talk about it. And he's like, when he goes out of town for work, he knows that his partner's hooking up.
If
But
that works, that works. If it's a matter of like, I know you're going to be hooking up with people, but we don't want to talk about it, then I'm going to just let it go and be like, all right, well, at least I know something could be happening. I just don't need to know about every interaction. I don't need to know. And that probably works for a lot of people because you don't got to stress it. You just know, like, they going to hook up with people.
it just would drive me crazy in a sense of like, are you taking care of yourself? Like, STD.
The health aspect would be my biggest concern because it's like, are you just like out here getting it popping with anybody, or do you have like
exactly?
is there vetting?
You have standards. Like, are you just a glory hole and you just sucking?
Right? Because like me saying okay doesn't mean everybody gets a yes.
Exactly.
But it do be the main ones doing glory holes at the hotel at the bar. Let's not play. Let's not play. Those be the main ones because all they did was like, "Are you okay with me doing this?" And then their partner said, "Yeah." Like, they run right up the block and like
at the glory hole for hours, just sucking every dick that
just
comes through.
everybody, yeah. And then we have a skit. See, I'm not cut out for. If I had an open relationship, we would have a program and standards and rules and something in place. We would have to get tested at least this many times. It's just because the thing is, the bigger picture on a health perspective.
Listen,
you are welcoming people into your relationship.
Okay, and I'm on DoxyPep and Prep. I'm on a shot, like all that. Like,
you are see.
I don't play.
That's the bigger conversation. As long as you're doing it, be safe, but you are letting in the floodgates if it's not done in a safe and communicated way.
Yeah. And that's I'm never about judging someone for just being promiscuous because like
we don't slut shame. No.
Yeah, it's a part of who we are. We love to have sex. I know I love it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where I'm just like, if you're gonna do it, just be safe about it. Like that's all that matters to me.
Yeah. Always.
Like the biggest
That's
thing.
the key. Yeah. Yeah. It's just about sexual safety and like talking and like communicating about like what exactly we are doing when we're not with each other.
Yeah. Let's get into this next segment. So, why do people choose open relationships? Like, is it the sexual freedom, the different libidos, the different exploration, and identity, sexual identities, or curiosity, kinks and fantasies, long distance relationships, um, you know, um, stuff like that.
I think
Um,
it's all the above because, like, sometimes, you know, I have always said in recent times, if I did one, it would be like if I meet someone, I don't want to do it right when we get together,
yeah,
but it would be something I explored like maybe when we're older, we've been together for X amount of years and like we need, to spice it up. I would maybe then consider it in that way. But I feel like it's all the above because you got to think about it like it's freeing, it's
yeah,
fun, it, makes things more exciting. You get to, even miss your partner probably when you're, exploring with other people. I feel like it's so many different reasons for different people. I do get the whole long distance aspect. Like if, you
yeah,
know, you up in New York, I'm in LA, like
yeah,
that would make sense.
yeah. Um, you said something about spicing up. I want to ask, can opening up a relationship actually make it healthier in a sense?
It depends on what the relationship is going through. I've had friends who have, and in this case, it didn't work out well, but like who have done it because things aren't working out well, and to maybe save things by opening it up. I would say by spicing it up. There are people who love like just random acts of sex, and sometimes just coming home to one person or hang out with one person, having sex with one person sometimes becomes stagnant. You're
Yeah,
kind of like, it's like routine, right? So if you open things up, like you, it's surprising. You could do more, you got more options. But for me, I think it's just about how you like how you view your relationships and
uh,
like what is most important to you. Me personally, like you mentioned work earlier, work is just too stressful for me to even bother with more people. Like
yeah,
especially if your social battery is drained a lot and you have a high pressure job or like you're in school or like you have so much going on. I don't have time for a number two. I barely have time for number one. So like I, I can't like
yeah.
I just need that one person.
I feel like with that, it's like I feel like opening up a relationship can be healthy for various reasons. One is I like to say, and this might sound crazy to some people, but I don't feel like I can give 100% to somebody all the time.
Right.
And if my partner wants a skinny twink to dominate for the night, I'm not twink size. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Just come on.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, that's true, and I think it's a very valuable like lesson of like you can't always give 100% all the time.
yeah,
Like there's some nights or some days where you're just like I just need like a moment to like recharge, and that may
yeah,
be without you or that may be with someone else or whatever the case may be. So that's also another thing. Maybe you want to explore different types of people. Like
yeah,
I'm not a twink, so like
yeah.
sometimes you need that fantasy to be played out.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get beaten, slammed, and choked either. So if you find someone that wants that, girl, have at it. But you're not choking me and slamming me.
Right, 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 right.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's true too. Yeah,
So, get off, but come home.
yeah.
That's all I care about. Like, come home. If you need that 24/7, then that's when we have to reevaluate the relationship.
And
Because
sometimes that's the case, and that could be sometimes due to because we've been together for X amount of time. I'm ready to explore new things, and then sometimes I think a conversation is always essential if you're going to think about doing it because it does avoid cheating if somebody's like, you know what, like I'm thinking about this, like let me see what my partner thinks about that versus just going out and doing it.
yeah. Speaking of that, going into this next segment is like the hard truths that I feel like we should discuss. And it's like, jealousy, communication, trust, boundaries, time management, emotional attachments, double standards. Like, can everybody really separate sex from emotions?
I
And
don't know how people do it because me personally, I'm crazy and like I get jealous and I'm very possessive and
uh,
I don't want you talking to nobody else. But in recent times, I have been more understanding based on situations that have happened where I'm like, okay,
yeah,
like I feel like with time and age, you do learn to maybe be a little more flexible, but
Yeah.
I am still jealous. I don't care.
No, and it is a real thing because, like, for instance, and I probably shouldn't talk about this on here, but I'm gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. It's my show. I went to Seattle one weekend for a party, and I knew my daddy was gonna be there, and his other partners was there, and one partner lives out of the country, and I was happy to see him and stuff. And in those settings, sometimes it can be a big, a big, those type of parties that we go to. It could be like a big deal because it's like my daddy has to spend time with all of his partners.
Yeah,
So
especially if you guys are all under one
yeah,
roof.
yeah. And so I was there with my friends, so it didn't really matter the most. But like I wasn't thinking about it until he acknowledged it, and then my brain clicked to it, and I was like, "Why the fuck did you even bring it up?" Like I already had in my head, like,
Did
"Oh
you know before you got there that they would all be there?
yeah." Like the thing it was like, I mean, we usually hang out all together anyway,
Yeah,
but me coming to Seattle and hanging out for this specific party, me and my best friend were already trying to go, so we had
right.
got tickets, and we was like, okay, we're gonna go. And so we get there, and I'm like, I see him, and we're hugging, and we're talking, and as time is going on, like, I'm with my friends hanging out talking, and he's over in his circle talking, and then he looks over and he looks at me, and I'm like, why is he giving me this face? And then I'll walk over to the bathroom, and he grabs my arm, and he's like, "Hey, I hope you don't feel some type of way because I'm not giving you enough time. Like it's just a lot of people here, and like it's like just being in social circles sometimes it's just really hard." And I was like, "Daddy, I didn't even think about it until you said
Like you were
it."
good.
I
You were
was like
fine.
actually vibing, but now you saying it, it's like, fuck, I'm thinking about it. So like
Now you're thinking about it. Yeah.
yeah, and now I start getting jealous, like, and then he'll come over and talk to me, and then, like we have our bursts of like conversations, because so it's not like he just let me, not talk to me the whole day or avoid.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing it on purpose, and I'm trying to explain that to him, like you're not doing it on purpose. Like I know you, like you're not doing it on purpose. It's just, you know, we're in a social setting, so of course, like we're not having intimate time. It's one thing if we're having intimate time and you're not talking to me, but like
It's different. You're in a social setting.
so like I get the jealousy part, and it's easy to be jealous. Like I still get jealous sometimes when I go out and he's out and we're hanging out together, and all these motherfucking boys start running up on him because he's
Mm,
big white muscle bear with the big
yeah.
beard, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's so fucking hot." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking annoying. Like, can't you see
Yeah.
I'm
I feel
over
like
here?"
that's a human thing though, like being just
Yeah,
jealous. It's like, that's mine.
yeah, like
Go get your own.
yeah, like you see me over here in the corner with him talking. Why the fuck are you like coming over here like bothering us? It just doesn't.
You know, in social settings with the girls, there's no boundaries.
That's
They
true.
don't care.
Yeah. But my next question is, what's harder, dealing with physical jealousy or emotional jealousy?
Oh my god, this is so loaded. Oh, wait, hold up. So physical, emotional.
Physical or emotional jealousy?
This is a really hard question.
That is right.
And I had these questions before, so I'm not acting, but like thinking about it, I'm like, I'm gonna say emotional, Alex, for 500. I'm gonna stick to emotional.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's more complex. I feel like
Yeah.
your emotions are more complex, and it goes back to your needs as a human. So I feel like I think a lot of people automatically think like a physical would be like the easiest answer, but I feel like emotions are so complex. Like,
Yeah. No,
so I feel like the conversations we have, or like when we spend time, or like when it's just me and you, like my needs are emotional, and so like physical, like you do what you want. Like I'm just gonna, it could just be physical, right? Hookups sometimes are just physical, but once you get in emotional territory, I'm gonna get jealous.
oh yeah. I
Yeah,
physical, like for me, physical is like it's just physical.
yeah,
It's not gonna last for a long time.
right, yeah,
Emotional
yeah,
part
yeah.
that is complex. I will have my emotions will all start colliding together.
Oh my god! Once it gets emotional, things
And then
it's
the
all bad.
porn
But
come out.
yeah, emotionally,
The
right,
porn come
exactly.
out, and I just, oh, bitch, I'm gonna turn into a devil. Like,
Yeah, because
and
it's
then
a
I like,
hard. It's still a hard question, but emotional is like it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, emotional.
Once you fuck with my emotions,
Yeah,
it's done.
it
Like it's a
does.
wrap.
Yeah, I agree. I fucking agree to that.
Yeah.
I think um going to this next segment, um I'm always trying to figure out like what is the issue with open relationships with when people bring up like these conversations about monogamy, because I've seen people on the internet argue about it. It's not a lot, but I've seen people argue like, "Oh, you're in an open relationship, like you they look at them like look down on them in a sense. Like how can you be like I couldn't be you, girl, because
Yeah.
my man out here doing all this. He's just making that he just wants to be open so he can cheat. And
I
it's
feel
like,
like in those instances, like I know we have our feelings and we've expressed them, but I feel like you really got to focus on yourself. Like
yeah,
your other people's relationship on a bigger scale is not your business, and I feel like you don't know the setup. I think it's easy. Like I used to have the issue with the concept, but like when people would do it, I would always try to be understanding
uh,
versus judgmental. So like if I rush to a thought of judgment, I'd be like, well, maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't know the setup. Maybe they have it in a way that works for them, where I just don't like the concept of open relationships,
yeah,
but I've never done it, so I don't know what goes into it like they do. So I think it's unfair because then it kind of goes to me in the world of like slut shaming. Like
yeah,
your open relationship shaming, you don't know what their setup is and why it works for them, and like you don't know the circumstances on how they reached that answer for their relationship.
yeah. I always wonder about like what you know why do we choose these relationships in a sense? And some of it is like, does growing up outside of a traditional expectations, like, does that influence your relationships? Like, I grew up, my mom and dad, split up when I was like probably like 12. So, and they didn't really have like the best of a relationship until I got a little older. They were always best friends, but I feel like as they got older, it was like, oh, we have him. So, like, we kind of gotta, kind of gotta be
Yeah.
somewhat.
Yeah, my parents split when I was 7, so they both got remarried, both new chapters. So I feel like it's what you're exposed to as well, though. Like, I don't want to, because they always say like your relationships are like based on like your parents, your first relationship being that. So I feel like it's what you're exposed to and what you were raised around and your morals and values in your household. Because I could see it being worse for others who may have not had a traditional, setup at home. Maybe they didn't have both parents. Maybe they didn't have any parents. So like, or maybe they were exposed to things very early on that you know made them okay with more concepts than not. I mean, because if you had mom and dad and you were in a traditional setting, like they were married or they were like close, like in your case, I could see it. Or maybe for me, I feel like I chased more of a traditional route because my parents split up. So I wanted exactly what I never had in
Yeah,
my household. Like I wanted a traditional version of that. So to me, for my upbringing, I feel like I didn't like open relationships because I felt like it threatens the setup that I never had at home that I want. Right.
that's
So I feel like it depends on that too.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna do one last segment. It's gonna be a fun game. It's like hot
Uh
topic,
oh.
and you just gotta answer a question. I'm gonna let you go first, but you're gonna answer these quickly without even thinking about it. Okay.
Okay, go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Can you cheat in an open relationship?
No.
Is flirting cheating?
No. No, no, it is. It is. Wait, but I'm thinking of relationship. No, flirting. I think it depends on. I think it depends on how intense that flirting is. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Would you date someone who's been poly before?
Yes.
Can someone go from poly? Can someone go wait? Can someone go from poly back to monogamy?
Yeah.
Is jealousy natural?
Yes.
Does love equate exclusivity?
No.
Okay. Is sex just sex?
It can be.
Okay. Um, would you ever try an open relationship?
Yes.
Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating?
Yes.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's official. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, the first one, can you cheat in an open relationship? I'm gonna say yes. For sure you can. Definitely can
Okay.
cheat.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is flirting cheating? Yes, of course. Flirting is cheating. Flirting is definitely fucking cheating. Like,
I mean,
especially if you do it in my face. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even no? If I find out you're flirting with somebody that I don't want you to flirt with,
what if it's a light flirt?
cheating. Don't. Flirting is cheating.
Flirting is cheating. Okay. So you don't be out here flirting, y'all.
Especially nah. Anyways, would you date someone who's been poly before? Of course, I've done it multiple
Yeah.
times. Can someone go from poly back to monogamy? Yes, but I also think that it's going to be difficult. Um,
It's going to be an adjustment for sure.
yeah. Is jealousy natural? Yes, of course jealousy is natural. Everyone gets jealous. Like no matter who you
Always.
are, sexual orientation, doesn't matter. Um, jealousy is just jealousy. Um, does love equate exclusivity? No, it does not. No.
No.
That's why we have so many possessive people that we have. Is sex just sex? In a way, yes, but I also kind of want to say no.
I think that's like depending on that's situational.
Because sex, I do believe in soul ties, and I know that sounds corny as hell, but
Not at all. I just think some people I can't do it, but some people can just have sex and it'd be like
yeah,
a transactional thing, and I'm not in that club.
yeah, I can do it, but it's hard sometimes because
It's hard because I'm like, I gotta like, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Would you ever try an open relationship? Of course, I would. I actually would prefer one, but not at the beginning. Is
Preach. Not at the beginning. I think that's my biggest thing. Not day one. We're like, all right, we open because like we
yeah,
don't even know each other,
we
and
don't even know
like
each other yet. Like
we just started dating 6 months ago. Now we want to be open? No,
no. Is
no.
emotional cheating worse than physical? I'm going to say yes.
Amen.
You fuck with my
Amen.
emotions.
I'm
I'm
gonna fuck with you.
okay. I'm a whole different person. A whole
Yeah,
different.
literally, because no,
Mm,
touch what you want, but you're not messing with my emotions.
mm. All right. So I do have a question for the listeners and the viewers. I do want to ask you guys to comment down in the section. Would you rather have a partner who tells you everything or one who follows a don't tell, don't ask
Mm.
agreement? So y'all comment down
I want to see these comments. We got to see this. I want to hear. I want. It's time for y'all to banter. We got to hear what y'all think.
All right, so it's been lovely having you on here.
It's been a pleasure. I'm so excited about this topic, and I hope, if anything, people get that like it's okay to feel how you feel, but like be open to like asking yourself these questions because you can really think about like, it may not be that bad, or maybe one day you run into that it works for you.
Yeah, like I agree on that. So y'all know what to do, right? Hit my subscribe button, please. Make sure you follow.
Subscribe and like.
Please do that. Make sure you like, share, all those good things. Y'all know where to follow me. I said that twice, right? I did. Go ahead and give out your socials. Let people know where you're at.
Yes, follow me at Shawn Erik on Instagram. I think on X, which we still call Twitter, but on Twitter it's underscore Shawn Erik underscore. Follow me. I have my podcast coming, and I'm excited for this episode. So, yeah, comment below, share your feedback, banter with us, and yeah,
And when your podcast is popping, you better have me on there.
I'm gonna have you on our. I have to. I have to. I have to. I
Okay,
have
okay,
to.
good,
I
good.
have to. We're like rebuilding the framework after stuff, but I will. You will be on there for
Okay,
sure. For
perfect,
sure. For sure.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I love y'all.
Thank y'all for listening.
And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Adios.